What's up, guys? Nicholas M. Whittier here. It's the 27th, 2 days after Christmas. It's cold as balls in my house. Hope you guys have all been having a festive season, doing all those good Christmas things. I think I'm going to go ice skating today. Should be fun. Anyway, today I want to talk about Schrödinger's UCF situation. So, by this, obviously, that was just some stupid shit I said. I mean, in unsureness and uncertainty about whether or not your next tournament's going to be UCF or not. So I'm pretty frustrated that Genesis hasn't announced this because I feel like I literally can't practice, or at the very least, I don't want to practice until I know. So, blood for blood wasn't UCF. That sucked. I didn't really realize that when I agreed to go, but it was what it was. At least, if you actually looked it up, it was pretty clear that it wasn't UCF. And then I went to a local after that, and I killed myself 3 times in a best of 5. No, just 2 times, because I ran off the stage unintentionally when I didn't mean to run off the stage, because my dash back went farther or faster or whatever than I expected, and I thought I would run into teeter. I got killed right away. So I had to waste my double jump facing the wrong way. Fucking Falcon, can't turn around. And I would say it's pretty reasonable to say I lost the set because of that. It was a small-ass tournament. I didn't really care. It wasn't really a tournament that I had my heart in. But, would have been nice to win. I hadn't lost to this opponent in a little while. So, yeah, pretty frustrating. And so here's why I'm really peeved about not knowing if Genesis is UCF. So, okay, well, first of all, I just kind of feel like after Big House, the tournament should, come down one way or the other. This isn't a new issue anymore, right? Shine was on UCF. A lot of people thought that Big House was going to be, the last really big non-UCF tournament, and just kind of assumed that the bigger tournaments would follow the grassroots, because lots of regions just pretty much exclusively play on UCF now. So it's okay. Again, I'm not trying to say that I won't play on vanilla, though admittedly I don't really want to. Just really frustrating not knowing which one it is, because it affects my practice in a number of ways. First of all, there are things that I just don't need to practice, like if it's UCF, as in obviously shield dropping. But another thing that's a pretty actually substantial part of my practice routine is moving out of lasers, which involves dashing back after you get hit by a laser. So that's something that again, I don't really need to practice if it's or if it's on UCF. And I'm serious when I say that's a very actual significant part of my practice routine. Probably 20% of it or something. So then there's other things, right? I don't know which controller I'm going to use. I don't know if it's not UCF. I'm going to have to get at least one, if not probably 2 or 3 controllers notched, because I'm not sure which one I want to use, because I assumed that shit was going to be UCF by now, so I don't even have a controller that I have in mind. And then if you don't know which controller you want to use, okay, so let's say if it is UCF and I do know what controller I want to use, then I could pick it up and practice all my stuff on it, right? So that'd be fine. I could just practice on that, right? And that would cover that, that contingency. But the problem is practicing on one controller can actually make it worse on another controller, because not everything is the same between controllers, so you can get the wrong muscle memory. For instance, the dead zones to drop from the ledge, and then so for ledge dashing, if you practice it with the wrong muscle memory, then you're just gonna fucking shoot yourself in the foot. Because for instance, at Blood for Blood, I was playing on a controller that was a pretty good controller, but I hadn't practiced ledge dashing on the left side with it very much, and every time I tried to ledge dash under pressure on the left side, I'd do a fucking stand up from the ledge. I did it 8 times in a row in a set, and I even I would jump on the ledge between sides to practice it, and I would still fucking mess it up, even not under any real pressure. So this is something that I'm knowing me, I'm 100% sure I practiced this at least a little bit, but probably on another controller because I hadn't decided which, or I didn't have the controller that I was going to use at the tournament until like the day of or something because I borrowed from someone else. So like, yeah, my practice actually ended up fucking me up my tech skill. So there's other instances of this, right? Too. Shield dropping again feels different on different controllers. Don't want to mess my muscle memory up for that. There's all kinds of things. Scar jumping, not something I practice very much, but like definitely varies a lot from controller to controller in terms of like, I don't know. Some controllers can't even really do it, or like on one side they won't, or get that back air when I try to drop from the ledge, which on the controller I use on UCF, like that never happens. I just don't have to practice it at all. It's literally something I don't practice. So I don't know if I want to practice it on another controller. It's just really frustrating. Fucking switching back and forth and being in this area of uncertainty is like kind of a melee ruining experience for me. Like I don't feel like I'm able to play my game because I don't know what to practice. I don't want to mess up my other stuff by practicing. I don't want to practice on the wrong controller. I don't want to practice on every controller. Well, something I've noticed is that the controller I've been using for the last few months, in general, like at UCF tournaments, I was practicing with frame counter and I realized like the buttons are pretty easy to press. The buttons have like low resistance, and I didn't do the mod where like I poked holes in there, but that's just the way it is. I guess it's old. So when I was practicing on some other controllers to see which one I'll use, if Genesis isn't UCF, I fucking realized I was like a frame late on all my jumps, and so like I wouldn't get over the stage when I tried to ledge dash and I would SD, or I would hack dash. I'd air dodge one frame too early or whatever, just because the buttons were like different resistance. So again, there's like a mod you can do to try to make it less resistant, but it still doesn't feel the same. I've tried that too, and it didn't really seem to help. That basically the way you do that is you poke holes in the padding, and then the amount of surface that is a hole, the amount of surface that is holes, the greater the amount of sorry, it's just a stupid thing to articulate. The greater the area of the holes, the less resistance there will be. So anyway, I've tried to do that, and I've tried to do it in a number of different to a number of different extents, and it's still, I haven't gotten it quite right, even though I've tried at least 4, maybe 5 or 6 times even. Another example of something that fucked me over at Blood for Blood was I tried to instant up air in the first game of doubles losers semifinals. Yeah, we got 4. So losers semifinals, and I fucking up smashed when I tried to instant up air because the jump, I was presumably one frame too early on the up air because the jump button is a little bit less sensitive than I'm used to. Then I fucking up smashed Alvin and I killed him, and we were winning that game. We were up like 2 or 3 stocks, and then we ended up losing it. I haven't rewatched it, so I'm not sure if like I really threw it, but definitely up smashing Alvin and killing him was not helpful. So like that's another thing. Like, do I need to practice instant up air on these controllers? Like that's something I haven't practiced basically in like years because you don't really need to practice it. I can know how to do it normally, but I might have to change my muscle memory for that too. So yeah, this fucking stuff sucks ass. Like going into 2018, tournaments really need to like say this really far in advance. I hope that literally no one, I hope no one books a flight to a tournament without the tournament fucking confirming whether or not it's UCF. Like, it seems like it's not actually going to be universal, which, I think it sucks, but some people don't like UCF. I don't think that they're just fucking idiots or retards because they don't like it, but I definitely like it, and it really sucks for me that I'm going to have to that the reality of the landscape is now that it's kind of divided, and we're just going to have to deal with that because it doesn't seem like it's going to be uniform or universal. So, like, yeah, we're just going to have to fucking deal with this. And I really hope that TOs do a better job of, accommodating players in terms of, one, giving us what we want, or two, just fucking telling us how they're going to run their tournament sooner. Because, like, if I weren't from NorCal, I would definitely not be going to Genesis. I actually am slightly regretting the fact that I paid to go, again, kind of assuming it was going to be UCF, which I guess was dumb, but that's just the way it felt like tournaments were going a couple months ago. It felt like everything was just going to be UCF. So, yeah. Also, if a tournament is like not UCF, I don't really understand why we couldn't just gentlemen play UCF if we play off stream. Just like, assuming we're not in top 8 or something, fucking let me and Zayd say we want to play off stream and play in the corner and play on UCF. Like, it's just, that's what we want to do. It doesn't fucking affect anyone else. I really feel like that should not be like suspect or grimy or whatever in any way. Just like let us play the fucking game the way we want to play. It's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt anyone. Nintendo is not gonna fucking flip out because me and Zayd are playing UCF in the corner. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys are not as affected by the situation as me. It really sucks. It's really demotivating. I feel like I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. I basically haven't like practiced since Blood for Blood, which was like 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago? Yeah, basically it was because it's like, what the fuck do I do? I don't know what to do. There's no tournaments in NorCal. I'll probably write a blog post about our tournament scene, but there's no tournaments, nothing to practice for. I don't know how to practice. It just fucking sucks. Okay, anyway. Happy New Year, guys. It's just a couple days away. Hope you all have some epic plans, and I hope that you ring in the new year in style and we get off to a good start, because in a lot of ways, the Melee scene is actually pretty good right now. We have lots of good tournaments, lots of cool players to watch, lots of interesting shit going on with players rising up, or, just the old guard maybe looking a little bit more vulnerable than before, and so on and so on. All right, peace out, guys.